What's going on, friends? My name is Colin. Hope everybody's having an outstanding day today. It's Friday, and I should be at work, but I decided to skip it. No, I really didn't skip it, but it sounds better if I could say that. I actually took today off, and the reason I did that is I wanted to ride. I wanted to ride the great roads of Tennessee. And I'm going to an event, and it's a pretty big event, but it's the first time I've actually been to this. And it's called Run to the Hills, and it's sponsored by that dude on YouTube named Traveling Tall. Now, I've personally never met the man, but I know he does a lot of custom dynamic videos, and he seems like an all-around great guy. You always see him at events, and he's done some stuff with Harley, so hopefully I get a chance to meet him. But kind of the itinerary for today is we're going to go meet up at a place called Bootlegger Harley Davidson, and I've actually never been to this dealership. I've hit a couple so far since I moved out here about a month ago, but I haven't been to this one. And once we meet there, and there's supposed to be, I think he had like some video about a week ago, and it talked about the amount of people that should be there, and I think there was like 100 or 200 riders and that are going to meet up. Now, I don't know how many are coming up on Friday, but I know this is a 3-day event, so they're going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But once we meet there, kickstands, I'm cutting it close, so kickstands are going to be up at actually 10 a.m., and I'll be there at 9:50, so I'm going to be there about 10 minutes to spare. But the good thing is this place is only like 45 minutes from my house, so I'm not in any rush. I'm going to be there on time. But anyway, once we hit kickstands up, we are heading to the back of the Dragon. Back of the Dragon, tail of the Dragon. What am I? My mind is stuck in Tazewell, Virginia. No, tail of the Dragon. And I've been on that road multiple times. It's going to be fun having that many riders on there, but as he said and everybody else says, you ride your own ride. But we're going to go there, and then we're going to go through it to the North Carolina side, stop over, hang out at the Welcome Center there, over by Deals Gap for about an hour. And then I believe we're going to ride it back and then hit the Foothills Parkway which is right off Route 129. I think it's probably about 10 minutes past once you end the tail of the Dragon. So we're going to ride that a little bit. And the Foothills Parkway, if you've never done that, it's absolutely outstanding ride. A lot of sweepers, beautiful road. And then towards the afternoon, once that hits, they're going to go to a track. I don't remember the name of the track per se. I think it's called Knoxville Track. But I don't know how far it is from the Foothills Parkway. But I get a chance if people want to go in there and break out their yardsticks and show how much power they have in all their bikes. And you can do track stuff. So I think that is day one. And then they've got a couple other events on day two where they're going to be having some vendors at the same Harley dealership, Bootleggers. And then they're going to do a ride then, and then Sunday they've got events too. So today I'm going to take you along for the ride. It's 9:55, so I made it with 5 minutes to spare. I had to stop and get gas. So now I'm going to pull in, and we're going to see a ton of bikes, I have a feeling. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a lot here. So we're going to have fun with this, trying to get in here. This is going to be interesting. Let's just put it that way. Motorcycles only. So we're going to head right up in here, try to find a spot, and we're going to park right over here. I tell you what, this is actually pretty organized. There's a ton of riders here, and they just had a pre-ride briefing, kind of going over our day. I'm sure they're going to have, like this gentleman right there, Knox County Sheriff, is going to be leading the way. Tell you what, I'm going to give mad props to Tall and his entourage that put all this together. I mean, some logistics on this thing are incredible. I mean, they've used, I think, 2 or 3 different police departments now. We started out in Knox County, and now we're, this cop up here is from Maryville, which is not too far from the back of the Dragon. I think we're probably about, what, 10 miles away? But they've done awesome. I mean, getting ahead of us, especially the motorcycle cops. They've been doing great, weaving in and out, trying to get ahead of everybody. But well done. I'm giving you huge props for this. So beautiful, this ride up here. We're coming to the start of it here pretty soon. I think it's, I don't know, about a half a mile if I remember right. I think I rode this about a year ago. Well, we're coming to a stop. And it says here, motorcycles high crash area next 11 miles. So I guess that would probably signify that we are about to start the tail of the Dragon with 200 of my closest friends. I didn't necessarily come up here to tear this road up. I've done it enough times, so I knew this is what would happen when you get this many riders on here. You're going to take your time, and that's how it should be actually when you have this big of a group going up. And we didn't even stop actually. And there's really no place to stop from the dealership all the way to here. I think in the beginning I said it was about 20 or 30 minutes from the dealership. I was a little off. Try about an hour and 10 minutes, but it was a great ride, man. All back roads. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But right now I made a custom mode on the Pan Am here just to play around a little bit. So I'm testing this thing out on here. I've done sport mode on here. I've done road mode on here. And a sport mode, if you have a Pan America, you'll understand what I'm saying. That thing's freaking insane. But hey, you know what? I'm enjoying the hell out of today. We're just going to take this nice little, I think we got about 8-9 miles left of the whole entire stretch. And then we're going to be at the Welcome Center at Deals Gap. This guy's going to be like really busy today with all the photos he's hitting. Look at him. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, I don't mind group rides like this, honestly. I mean, normally when I do smaller rides, I do it in like groups of 4 to 5. And that's like a perfect size. But there's been a couple huge rides that I've done, like this one being one of them. Did last year in like Ocean City, Baggers and Brews. We did a huge ride up at their pad in New Jersey too. And that was great, man. We had a blast. And again, the logistics of it, the coordinating of it can be a challenge. But if you've got a lot of respectable riders that know what the hell they're doing and then they know all the ins and outs of group riding, it can be a really enjoyable experience. Even though we weren't going uber fast on this stretch, it's thoroughly enjoyable actually. Just riding right on the tails of this dude in front of me. Thoroughly enjoyed this ride, and we're coming to the end actually. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we should be crossing into North Carolina soon. Or I can't remember. Do we cross? Yeah, it is. It's in North Carolina. The beginning of it is. So we should see a sign, and then we're going to be. Hey, look. Speaking of which, right there, the Welcome to North Carolina sign, and then we should be coming up to the Deals Gap. We knew this was going to happen with over 200 riders. Kind of all try to make a left into this Deals Gap, and we're kind of in the middle of the pack. I think I'm about right in the middle because there's probably about 80 to 90 bikes behind me, and I don't know how many bikes. There's just a ton, but we're all at a kind of a stopping pattern right now until we get moving. It looks like it's starting to move here, and then we'll end up parking and taking about an hour and relaxing, talking to people, and then we're going to be back on the road and hitting this thing one more time. we're at Deals Gap General Store, and parking was kind of an issue. But I got lucky when I pulled in. I parked on some gravel, then everybody started following me. We had some big cruisers, and they couldn't get up the incline, so we had to push them up. But all in all, man, what a great freaking day. We're about to leave, but we spent about an hour here, and people could go and buy some t-shirts, get some refreshments, use the facilities if they need to. But everybody's like super nice out here. Met a couple people from Iowa, Ohio, Indiana, Texas, and there's so many people here. I actually didn't get to meet the organizer of this, Mr. Tall, but I'm sure I will. But wow, man, this has been a great day. Just everybody's super nice, just talking to people, and they've said this is their third time doing this. A couple, this is their second, this is my first. But a lot of people traveled a long ways to get here, and it was cool just talking to the guy actually right in front of me on that freewheeler. He's from Indiana, and he rode, I think it's like, he said it was like a 6-hour ride, but it ended up taking him 10 because they did all back roads. He's like, screw the highway, we're enjoying life. But he got down here a day ago, and then he's going back to Indiana in a couple days just to come down here and ride with his buddy who's right there on the left, the two Indy guys. But we're onward. As you can see, we're all loading up, ready to get out of this fun little cluster. Onward. I'm actually enjoying kind of going this slow on the second time around. Normally I'd go through a tad bit faster than 20. But you can really take in the scenery. I look over and see a bunch of different things, and I totally dig that. And like coming up here on the right, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. There's this road by Cades Cove, and I think it's Parsons Branch. That's where it comes out, right there. See that do not enter sign? That's all off-road, and it says wrong way because it's actually only one way, and you pick it up through Cades Cove, and it's got like 6 water crossings. It's tame. I mean, people drive their freaking cars on there, but still, I want to maybe take my wife out and enjoy it, just enjoy a day going to Cades Cove and taking that road. Then you end up here, and we take a right, and like we're heading back to Maryville and to the Foothills Parkway. So it's a nice little road, and I wish it was two-way. Then I could just kind of hit on there and cut across. I'd be home in like 30 minutes. But unfortunately, it's only one way. I think they'd probably get pissed if I got on there. Well, guess where we are? Yes, we're officially on the Foothills Parkway. This is the first section, and there's 3 sections total, and I don't know if we're riding all 3 today. My favorite by far is the newest section, which is down a bit, but definitely some awesome views on that. I've put some videos out in the past where I've rode that. It's just absolutely amazing. Not that there's anything wrong with this section or the second section. So the Foothills Parkway is essentially very similar to the Blue Ridge Parkway. You know, I rode a lot of that mainly by Virginia area. I think one time I rode it down south a little bit further, similar to Skyline Drive, like kind of big sweepers. A very relaxing road, lots of places where you could pull over and check out the views. So if you're into that type of riding, this is the place to be. I'm going to break off because I can, because I live so close now, and honestly I still have to unpack. I got a couple rooms left, and it's taken forever to unpack. But I really want to thank Traveling Tall, and I'm actually going to be doing this tomorrow. And I'm probably going to take the Street Glide Special out. My good friend Ty from Tennessee is coming up from Chattanooga, and we're going to meet up Saturday. And I don't know where they're riding tomorrow, but who cares? We're just going to enjoy the company, enjoy the riding, enjoying the day. So, but thanks, Traveling Tall. Well done, man. Great job, great way to handle the logistics. And he had a little megaphone. He was going around yelling at people, not yelling at people, talking to people, telling them what's going on, when we're leaving, when kickstands are up. So I appreciate the organization very much. So if you guys do get a chance when he does these type things, because this is 3rd year in a row, I'd recommend doing it. It's a blast. I mean, while there is definitely a lot of riders, still the camaraderie and the amount of people you can meet and just enjoying a day with 200, 300 of your closest friends and enjoying life. That's it for now. Now get out there and ride. Be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.